Hi again. I just wanted to put one more video out there for today because I love you guys so much. And I see that my videos are starting to get some views, which is really exciting for me. So I'm excited to put this one out there. This one is just going to be some basic information on bipolar disorder and what bipolar is, how it's treated, how it's managed, what you can do about it if you have bipolar disorder, what has helped me in the past, and hopefully whatever I can do for you, however service I might be of you, I'm here for that too. So without further ado, let's get started. Basically, bipolar disorder is exactly what you probably already have an idea of. It is an extreme between one spectrum of the emotion to the other, and it is relentless. It can be really relentless if you are an ultra rapid cycler, which means that a person has more than more than four or more episodes of a mood episode in a year. So if you have four manic episodes or four depressive episodes, or, mix them up, if you have four episodes in a year or more, then you would be considered to have rapid cycling bipolar disorder. It affects life negatively in so many different ways. Sleep, personal relationships, professional relationships. I cannot work anymore. My bipolar disorder became so severe that I was unable to work. So I've actually been on disability for about 6 years now, 5 or 6 years now, and I hate it. It's boring. So these videos actually are helpful to me to keep my mind occupied and help you guys out, and maybe keep you guys occupied too. As far as the types of bipolar disorder are concerned, the type that I have is bipolar 1 disorder, and that is basically focuses on mania. So when you think of bipolar 1 disorder, think of mania. And to be diagnosed with bipolar 1 mania, you need to meet 3 of the 7 following criteria: distractibility, impulsivity, which means that you would do things that you would never otherwise do in your right state of mind. Grandiosity, so thoughts of conquering the world, or one time I was sure that I was going to be the first female to run for president of the United States several years ago, before Kamala Harris came into play. When I was really, really sick, I was sure that I had the ability to run for president or vice president of the United States. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but you have to understand that when you're in a manic episode, ideas like that, flights of ideas is what they call them, flights of ideas, are not uncommon. And it's not uncommon to see somebody in a manic episode who has these thoughts of grandeur, and believe that they can conquer the world when they're really not well at all. Grandiosity, flight of ideas, agitation, sleep disturbances, and rapid speech. I'm a fast talker to begin with, but I know that when I start to go into a manic episode, one of the first things that my family members and friends notice is that my speech starts to get faster, and it starts to jump all over the place from topic to topic. So that's also something that's really common. And I guess as far as comparing mania to something, and to compare it to an animate object, I would have to compare it to something like a Ferrari just cruising down a hill with no brakes on, and just, that when you're manic, you might be high as a kite, but the crash that follows mania is one of the most devastating feelings in the world, because you thought that you were okay. You thought that maybe there was a chance that you were okay and that you were just a little overinflated at the time. But then the inevitable crash comes, and it's devastating. So, mania is not fun. Mania, there's nothing pleasurable about mania. Some people get a rush from the euphoria, but I just see that as a really bad sign. I see that as a really bad sign for myself. Some of the treatments for ECT, or for BP1 would be mood stabilizers, antidepressants, antipsychotics, anti-anxiety medications. One controversial form of treatment is ECT treatment. I just mentioned that by accident a couple seconds ago. But ECT stands for electroconvulsive shock therapy treatment, which I did for about 5 years. And I'm not going to say whether I regret it or not, but my memory definitely took a toll. So it definitely took its toll on my short-term and long-term memory. So I don't know if I would really recommend it. Some people, it definitely works to pull you out of the depression that you're in, but it just depends on at what cost you want that to come. If you want to sacrifice your memory for your sanity, that's up to you. But that my particular experience with it wasn't very good. So there's new treatments being developed too, things like psilocybin, magic mushroom tea, things like hallucinogens, like ketamine treatments. There's also a new treatment called TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, which they believe uses magnetic fields to carry pulses, which release neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. And then there's also CBD treatment that is coming around. And scientists and researchers have found that CBD oil decreases feelings of depression, anxiety, and stress. So that's another treatment that might be coming around the corner. So I know when these episodes come up, they seem like they're never going to end, and that they seem like they're just going to last forever. But just remember that nothing lasts forever. And as bad as some things might seem sometimes, don't block the light out. You don't necessarily have to look at the sun every day, but don't block the light out. Just let that light in, let that healing light in. Take a couple of deep breaths with me right now and just enjoy the moment. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Take these cleansing breaths when you feel like you can't go on. When you feel like the world is just at your back and you can't get out of whatever state of mind you're in. Take those cleansing breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Remember that no state of mind is forever. Tomorrow's always another day. I found that out today. One last breath. Okay. Thanks for joining me today for my journey on my bipolar disorder trip. What a long, strange trip it's been. It's going to continue to be a long, strange trip. And I hope you're here to join me. Click subscribe, click like, spread the word. Love you guys. Hope you have the best night. Bye.